selling personalized products is honestly one of the easiest side hustles to start. It's beginner friendly. It doesn't require like this high level design skill. And it's honestly one of the fastest growing market trends to jump into right now. Hey, good people. If you're new here, my name is Alex. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to process your personalized Printify orders that you can sell on Etsy. Now, if you're new to the word Printify or print on demand, then let's take a few steps back real quick. Printify is a print on demand platform that allows everyone, okay, regular Joes, mailman, teachers, moms, corporate workers, to have a small business without having to hold inventory. Now, this is something that by far is one of my best ways to make extra money. If you guys are not new here, then you know that I recently started a new job and I'm navigating through this new space. But even though I'm navigating to something totally new, I can still focus on my side business, which is having a print on demand Etsy shop. And when it comes to my particular niche, I guess, when it comes to what I'm good at, what's working well for me, it's all personalized product. And one thing I really enjoy about Printify is that it gives you so many options to choose from. So let's just say if you wanted to start selling coffee mugs for students or teachers, whatever your audience is, and instead of having to find a coffee mug blanks, figure out the shipping, find the packaging, all of those tedious logistics, okay, you can avoid all of that by using Printify, because not only do they offer mugs and different options of mugs, they offer hundreds, thousands of products for you to create and sell without the hassle of having to keep track of so many things. If you're anything like me, you like the word free, and Printify is free to sign up, so you don't have to worry about having your credit card out, getting all your money ready. You don't have to do all of that. You literally can sign up today if you want to, like I said, just make you some extra money on the side, have your own business, have something else outside of your mundane schedule. If that's important to you, then I really want you to check out Printify, and I'll leave the link down below so that way you can sign up and start selling, whatever you want to sell to make a profit. Now, one of the common questions I get when it comes to how to process a personalized order on Printify is like, where do I design and things like that. I'll be the first to tell you that that's totally your personal preference. I use and switch between Canva and Adobe Illustrator, and it's just been working for me. I'm a firm believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Depending on the design and dimensions and the quality, I just kind of feel like sometimes it looks better in Adobe Illustrator and other times it looks better in Canva, okay? I don't know the rhyme or reason, that's just what works for me. And so I'll create my actual order, okay? And then I add it to a product on Printify. I think one of the things that people need to grasp is that when it comes to personalized products, you do have to manually make the new order, okay? So I'm gonna actually show you what that looks like, but I kind of wanted to explain that part before I show you, so that way if you're curious, like how do I actually, conceptualize and put two and two together, that's what the order is, okay? So if we're talking about order of operations, okay, taking it back to math class, you have to actually create the separate new order first before you add and upload it to Printify. And whatever platform you want to use, whether that's Canva, Kindle, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, that's your own personal preference, but that's the order first. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I actually do have an order to process, okay, period. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you what that process looks like, so that way visually you can understand it and start your own personalized Printify and Etsy business. Okay, so now I'm in my own personal Printify shop, and so basically this is my dashboard. I get to see how many orders I have that requires my attention, and then I get to see my growing revenue. This number right here is my growing revenue. So listen, your girl is figuring out some stuff, okay? Something is obviously working, and I'm pretty confident that it's because I'm in the personalized market, okay? Again, personalized products are that girl, if you ask me. And it's a very low barrier of entry when it comes to having a small business, okay? So I know I mentioned this before, but just wanted to reiterate that because this is really easier than you think. So basically from this dashboard, I'm gonna navigate over to my orders here on the left-hand side. And now Printify is telling me I have one order that I need to process. When it comes to personalized orders, one thing I want you to take away from this video is that your order settings within Printify need to be set to manual. Remember that I mentioned that you have to pretty much make every order brand new when it comes to personalized. And that's simply because that when it comes to the customer seeing your product, that is a placeholder. So you basically just created a photo card like a thumbnail, basically. Think of a YouTube thumbnail. You basically created a photo card to market the product that you actually sell. So whether that's a mug, a cap, or a t-shirt, whatever is on the Etsy side is what your customers see as a placeholder. That is not the product they'll receive. Now, because it's personalized, that's when you, the seller, will create that product separately and manually. And so the reason why you want your settings on Printify to be manual is because you have to come in here and manually process every single order. So just make sure nothing as far as like approval definitely needs to be set to manual. When it comes to your tracking notifications, this is something that you want to have on too. This is just basically saying that the customer will be notified when their order is on their way. This is basically saying that the customer will be notified when the order is on its way. And then as far as delayed orders, you want to have this set to manual as well. You can always change this if you don't want to do personalized orders. But for those of you who do, you need to make sure that your approval setting and your delayed order setting is manual. Okay. Now that we've talked about that, I'm going to go in and show you how to basically process this order that I have right now. So I'm going to click in the order. Now this screen right here shows you like your order number. So in the event, you have to reach out to Printify to check the status of an order. You want to make sure you focus on this order number right here. Okay, they'll let you know what order it is and things like that. Now this screen also shows you what product you're about to recreate. So that way, you know, just kind of like those last minute check items. Okay, so this tells me that this person ordered a stationery product. I know which one they ordered. And so now it's time to go ahead and get this popping. So from here, what you're going to want to do is click the edit order button. The reason why you don't want to just hit submit is because this will not be the personalized product that the customer is requesting. Okay. So what this basically tells me is that I know that this is the placeholder, but this is not the product that this person ordered, and I can show you what that looks like once I finish processing it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit edit order. Now this is where you would have to make sure you add the right product. So I'm going to go ahead and click the add product to order button. I've already created the product outside the camera, so I know that it's going to be this first item here, and I'm going to select it. If you're curious how I know, number one, I make sure I name every order that's personal to maybe like the customer name or whatever, to where I can recognize what product I need to be processing. Also, you can actually click the magnifying glass here so you can actually see that you made the right product. So whether you're offering different colors, different fonts, different sizes, this kind of gives you that last minute preview of making sure that you send off the right product. So I know that this is right. I checked it. Love that. And so as you see here, this default product is still down here. I don't want to ship both, and I'm also not paying for both. So what I typically do is that I will add the actual product that the customer is going to get first, and then I just merely delete, and now it's just the product that I need, and that's it. That's all. Okay. So now it's telling me that it's going to cost $6.07 for production costs. And when I go click the shipping button, once I verify the customer's address, things like that, I can enable this send shipping notification. So now she will know when this is going to be on its way. I verify that everything is filled out in the required fields, and then I go ahead and hit calculate shipping. Now, from this screen, you review all of your, your changes that you made. You still have the magnifying glass here to check your work. Basically, again, just triple check. Don't be afraid to check so many times, basically, when it comes to creating a personalized product, because once you send it, you can't undo it. And it's going to be a hassle and a struggle to contact Printify to change it. So don't rush this process. Make sure you're always making sure that you're thorough, so you know that you're sending off the right stuff. Okay. So I know that's right. And so now I pretty much just hit submit. Now, before I hit submit, I just want to mention this is where you need to make sure that you have a payment method on file. Printify does require a payment method because they are the middleman in your business, which means they have to receive the money first in order to process it. So Printify is like, hey, we're going to charge you $12.86 on our end, and whatever whatever the customer pays on Etsy's end, that's separately. But for Printify, you will need a method of payment with funds available, so that way Printify can process this order. So with that, I know that I have a method of payment on file, and so now I'm going to just submit this order. Okay, so I've submitted my order, and nothing has really changed on this screen other than the tracking details information is now pending. And instead of seeing the submit order under the billing box, you don't have anything because your order has been submitted and it's on its way to being processed and shipped to your customer. So now when I go back to my orders, now before you guys saw that I had one order pending, and now once that order is processed, my queue is clear and it's on its way to being made and sent out to my customer. So this is what you do for every single personalized product, okay? So you take it one thing at a time. Make sure you're paying attention to your order details on Etsy, so that way you know what to change and modify. Once you get into that rhythm, it is really easy, y'all. It might be a little time consuming, but it's super easy. It's easier than you think. So I hope this helps bridge that gap of how to process your Printify orders and then sell them on Etsy. Now, I'm all about keeping it real. And so if this process kind of makes you feel like you're doing too much, then making personalized products to sell may not be for you. But if you're someone like me that still needs to kind of see it, feel it, be involved, then you're going to be very fulfilled. Your soul is going to be happy, basically. And so that's why I really like this particular market. I feel like I can personalize anything. And that's why my niche is personalized products. And then I have that advantage of selling multiple different products and just not sticking to one particular thing. So if this video helped you, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I really think that when it comes to having a small business, a side hustle, whatever you want to call it, while you have other full-time commitments, this is going to be super beneficial because the money will add up very quickly, y'all. Like, people love personalized products. People love buying gifts and treating themselves and, having that special item that is personable to them. So I highly recommend you think about this industry if you want to start selling on Etsy. But that's all I got for you today, good people. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe if you like the vibe, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye, y'all.